Happy Thursday. Let's talk some college basketball. I've got 3 free plays for you after another winner yesterday. Let's get right on into it. All right, so from now until the end of February, I will have 3 free plays a day, and then I will have my one best bet. My best bet will always be available. You can hit the link in the bio. It'll be $10 pretty much every day unless I have a monstrous pick, which is very, very rare, like last night on Northwestern. Game of the month was on Northwestern plus the 14.5 points. Easy winner. That's the way we like it. Also had the free play on Pitt to extend the free play streak over the past couple months. That's been great. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a 20 seconds. Give me 20 seconds here and I'll get into the free plays. So, a lot of the people, in my opinion, this is all in my opinion, a lot of the people who bet do it the same way throughout the year, and they have ups, they have their downs, which everyone has their ups and downs. But in college basketball, I have a way that I like to do it that I think targets value, or what I perceive as value. So the first half of the year, or up to about, mid-January or whatever, I like to test the teams that have, or fade the teams that have played easy schedules. I love to take the teams that have played difficult schedules leading into conference play. You get some wacky numbers that leads to big-time value, in my opinion. A perfect team is Eastern Washington. They played a very difficult out-of-conference schedule, didn't win a damn game. They're cooking now and playing against their easy in-conference schedule. But now we're in February. There's a little more data. Vegas, people, everyone's kind of catching on to these things. And now this is where I like to pivot, relatively speaking. At this point in the year, I like looking at home and road splits. College is one of the main sports. Now, if you look at NFL, college football, you look at these things, I don't really think that home is as big as other people think. Now, college basketball is different. You get a team, it's not only do you get midweek travel, which college players are not used to. You get midweek travel, you got classes, you're going from one place to another. It's a big factor in college basketball. You can't just blindly pick teams that have been good or bad at home. There's things that go into it. So, with no further ado, Oregon State, UCLA, first one. Let's get going. And I'll keep track of these. It's 70%, over 70% in December and January on college basketball free picks. I'm looking to do the same here in February. Keep track every single day. Let's get into it. Oregon State, UCLA. You look at these two teams. Oregon State, one of the worst road teams in college basketball. They've only played 4 games. They've played pretty tough 4 teams, and now they have UCLA. And this is a 10.5 point favorite. It's a little bit fishy. If you didn't look at Oregon State's last 2 games on the road, you might say Oregon State is the easy pick here. But the last 2 games Oregon State has played on the road, they've lost by a combined 80 damn points. 40 points a game, 35, whatever. It's unbelievable. They've been smoked. They've been smoked by 2 good teams in 2 difficult locations. Now they're going to play UCLA, who, if you ask anyone who is in tune with college basketball, who has one of the worst Power 5 home court advantages, UCLA be up there. You're a college sophomore at UCLA out in Los Angeles. You got nice weather. You're going to go to a basketball game. You're going to go do something else. You're going to go do something else more than likely. UCLA, year in, year out, has one of the worst home court advantages, and that does not change this year. Of all the Power 5 schools, they have the worst splits of any team at home. And now they're 10.5 point favorites over a scrappy Oregon State team. There's a couple reasons I think this line is 10.5. One of them being that UCLA won at Oregon State by 7, and now they're going to UCLA. UCLA's been playing well over the past month. But this line is too much for me. 10.5, I like Oregon State, and I'm definitely going to take some on that money line. I think Oregon State does exactly what teams on the road need to do. They just haven't had any success. They like to take it inside. They're aggressive. They're physical. They also don't turn it over at all on the road, which is something I love to see. It shows composure. Shots aren't falling. Eventually they will. Give me Oregon State plus the 10.5 and a little bit on the money line there as well. Let's get into the next game. Ew! Weber State versus Northern Arizona. This is the one right here. When I talk about home road splits, this is the one. Northern Arizona has some of the greatest home road splits in college basketball. Weber State the same. One thing that I love to look at when looking at these teams, especially teams that struggle on the road and are good at home, is 3-point percentage. And a lot of them, more so, even 3-point rate. How many threes do you shoot? Teams that launch 3-point shots, they are typically better at home. We see it all the time. Weber State, this game fits perfectly. Northern Arizona plus the 6.5 in this one. Give me Northern Arizona plus 6.5 and give me some on the money line as well. Next game. Link in the bio over there, or you can hit the link in the comments. You get my NCAA best bet every single day. All right, now this is where it gets ugly. So no team in college basketball prioritizes the 3-point shot more than Liberty. They launch them. And I love the way they play basketball. But a lot of the times on the road in these environments, that's what doesn't translate. The 3-point shot is the one thing. It's one of the most high variance things, and you see that from home into the road. They shoot almost 45% at home. They shoot almost 35% on the road. They launch 3-pointers at a top 10 rate in the country, and when you get that, you get the high variance. I like New Mexico State plus the 5.5 at home. It's a short number in the game. I think it should be bigger than that. 5.5. I'm taking the 5.5, and I'm also taking them on the money line as well. 3 dogs today. Let's cook. Good luck. God bless. Grind on. Let's stay hot. Peace.